All right, and welcome back. Today we're going to be going through the unboxing and assembly of the brand new Pellethead Po'boy. The Po'boy is a pellet-fired stone oven that really allows us to do a number of things, from great artesian pizzas, and then when I have a skillet, we can do steak, we can do veggies, we can do chicken. Just a number of different dishes that we can do in here. With this unique design, we can reach peak temperatures in just a matter of a few minutes. So it really allows us versatility in the types of food that we can cook and how quickly we can cook those foods. So again, today we're going to be going through the unboxing and overall assembly. Tools I'm going to need: I have a pair of scissors, a box cutter would work fine as well. I have a needle nose pliers, regular pliers would work fine as well. And then I have a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. So let's get started. All right, so to get started, we're just going to use our scissors, or we're going to use a box cutter. We want to have the box right side up right here, and we just have some packaging tape on the top, on the sides, and the same thing on the back side, on the sides, and on the top. Now once we have that packaging tape cut, this is actually going to flip up and open right here to expose the contents within the box. So we're just going to slowly start unpacking this for you here. One of the cool things about the Po'boy is that it includes a lot of the accessories that we need to get started right away, and we don't have to source those elsewhere. So a couple of the cool accessories here. We have some high temperature gloves, kind of a large one size fits all. We have the pizza peel right here, which right now this has a protective coating. This is a stainless steel pizza peel. So you are going to want to peel this blue coating off of there. I'm just kind of start that with my thumb a little bit. And then this peeling will come right off. We want to make sure that we get all the little pieces. I don't have to do this on camera. We want to make sure that we get all those little pieces off of there. And then I would recommend giving this a nice wash. So just some warm soapy water. But let's give the peel a nice wash down. And obviously we want to make sure that we get the protective coating on the backside. We have a digital temperature gun right here, and one of the things that you're going to find is really important about cooking on a stone fired oven is that stone is at proper temperature before we put the food on. Especially with cooking artesian pizzas, that stone has to get really hot. So with the digital temperature gun right here, at a quick glance, we're able to kind of get precision temperature reading off of that stone, so we know exactly when it's at proper temp before we put our food on. And that also does have a little 9-volt battery in there. All right, let's start taking out some of these pieces right here. Oh, we've got some fire starters, so some fire starter sticks. Yeah, some environmentally friendly fire starter sticks, 24 pieces. Once we start going through pro tips and operation on the Po'boy, I'll be sure to dive into starting our fire and best practices as we get into that. Right. So this first piece that we're taking out right here, this is kind of our fuel hopper, or the snout, in which we're going to be able to load fuel with. So we're just going to kind of set that off to the side for the moment. Grab our scissors here. And these are our handles. We'll go through placement of these handles here momentarily. We have our chimney cap. Screws are already in place here. We have our burn pot, or our fire pot assembly right here. Welded grate assembly. We have our 2-piece chimney vent pipe right here. So one of the unique things about this Po'boy is that this is a telescoping chimney. And again, a lot of the performance of the Po'boy and pizza ovens in general are based on the proper amount of draft. And so this allows us some adjustment right here, which is pretty nice. And we'll go over that in a little bit more detail once we install that. move the box off to the side. Take the final wrapping off of the oven itself here. All right, now once we have the Po'boy body right here all the way out of the box and the wrapping, we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop down the front door. We're just going to pull out the items that are located inside the oven. So first off right here we have a small blower fan. So this is a battery operated blower fan. You will need 4 AAA batteries for this. And as we get to the assembly process, I'll show you how this works and how this is going to go on there. But basically the blower fan option allows us to initially build our fire quicker and hotter. And at any point where maybe our fire has gone low or it's just gotten down to coals, this allows us to quickly get back up to temperature. So we're just going to set this off to the side for now. The other item in here is the stone. So use our scissors. And just got the tape on there. Just like that. Just off that wrapping. And this is our pizza stone. So this is fragile. Be very careful while handling this. There are key instructions for cleaning and so forth and necessarily maintenance with the pizza stone. So the unit obviously comes with an owner's manual as well. Very important to keep this handy. Always keep this as reference and make sure to thoroughly look through this. So there's some great tips and tricks on operation of the unit as well as some amazing recipes that are in the back. We're just going to set that off to the side for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to unfold the legs in the bottom. So we have a leg on each side, little rubber bumpers right there. Just like that. So now that the Po'boy is up on its legs, we're going to go ahead and start the assembly. So again, all I need here really is a Phillips screwdriver as I get started. We're going to pull out the 4 bolts right here that are in the hopper sheet area. So this will go up like this. The idea is that we're able to open this for refueling. The bottom lip right here is going to sit on the inside. So we're just going to hold it in place while we line up the holes. Yeah, we can get those screws just started with our fingers initially. Start a little bit more in there. Alright, and then we'll snug them all down. Just kind of put my hand on the front of the oven so I can get a nice grip. And we do want to have these in there nice and tight. Just like so. And again, this is our area right here where we're going to be able to feed fuel down into the burn pot. So next up right here is the burn pot. This doesn't necessarily have any screws that are needed to mount it. What we have for the burn pot is we have a removable handle right here that is designed to kind of slide in, so we can use that to put the burn pot all the way in the unit. And then once the burn pot is in, we can slowly twist this handle and we just kind of leave this off to the side. Now the blower tool, and here's kind of what it looks like once it's outside of the box right here. Again, it just takes 4 4 AA batteries. And the blower tool is designed where this also mounts right inside of the blower. Just a simple on switch. So once we initially get the fire started, this blower is basically going to allow a little bit of air to come on that fire, and it's going to just allow us to build a bigger fire in a shorter period of time, allowing us to reach those peak temps in a flash. So for now, we'll leave the blower down below. And again, this is the detachable or removable handle for the fire pot. I'm going to go ahead and stick that right in there for now, just like so. All right. So let's go ahead and let's attach the top handle. Just going to mount right here. Same thing. We have 4 Phillips screws that we're going to take out first. And same thing, we'll just start them by hand just a little bit first. Just to get them on there. I like to do opposing sides. Like that. Snug those down just a little bit. Put final 2 in place. Don't need to over crank these, but definitely get them down snug. Alright, so that is our top handle, top carrying handle right there. Alright, next right here I'm going to go ahead and we're going to grab the extendable chimney. So again, this is 2 pieces. I am just going to pull out the inner. And on the inner right here you're going to notice a bar. So this is a lock bar that's going to twist lock on top of the port that we have right here for the chimney. So this will go on the outside of that. And then from the top, I'm just going to line that up and twist and lock. Now from here, the end of the outer sleeve that has the holes in it, we want that up. That's how we're going to attach our chimney. And for right now, I'm going to bring that all the way down, just so it's at a decent height as we attach the chimney. Again, this is telescoping, so this allows me to adjust the draft of the unit, based on where I live, what kind of altitude I live in, the kind of results that I'm desiring from the food. Everything is based on proper draft and airflow. So the telescoping chimney here is really a cool aspect that I like about the Po'boy. I will say that all adjustments for this must be done while the unit is cool, while the unit is cold and off. Let's go ahead and get the chimney cap in place. The same thing, we just have 3 Phillips screws. I'm just going to take these out of the cap first. Alright. So, we're going to go on the inside. And again, we're just going to line up the holes and just going to initially start the thread by finger here. This one, it was bending a little in, so I'm just using my finger behind it to bring that hole in line with the hole on the stack. Just like this, and we'll double check this one. Just like that. What I like about the chimney cap is, sometimes the weather can be a little unpredictable. And just in case we start getting a little bit of drizzle, this is going to be a nice little element to protect any of the moisture from coming inside of the oven. So now that the chimney cap is on there, I'm going to go ahead and flip this around to the other side so we can kind of look at the front end of this and attach the handle that goes on the oven door. So oven door right here, we just have 2 screws. Same thing, we're going to pull those out. Just like so. And our little handle right here is going to go down like this. So flange down. We'll just get one of the screws in the hole as we get started here. We'll just get it snug. We'll get the second one in. Just like so. Again, anytime this unit is in operation, it's going to be very hot. All surfaces are going to be very hot to the touch. So, I do always recommend the handy high temp gloves right here. Anytime that we're touching or using the oven while it's in operation. Alright, so this is our front. So our inner baffles and so forth are already in proper place. Our handle is now in proper place. One of the things that I want to bring to attention on the door is the small plunger here that's at the top. So as you can see, this is a pressed fit. And this one right now is actually pretty loose, which is what I recommend. Again, as the unit heats up, that metal is going to slowly start to expand. And it's important that the oven door right here remains a nice open when it's in operation. Because again, as we slide in our pizza and our food, we're going to close the oven door. And as we need to give it a check, our oven door needs to be easy to open. So the plunger right here, I can use a pliers, needle nose or regular pliers. And by turning it clockwise, I'm actually turning it in. So I'm making it looser up at the top. By moving it counterclockwise, more of a touch. It's up top right there. So it is an adjustable piece. So again, when the unit's cold, maybe I'm moving it around. I want to have a little bit more of a snug fit. I'm getting ready to take the unit out, fire it up, and again, I want to have this pretty loose. Again, it gets really hot and that metal will expand. So I'm just going to turn this clockwise. Just a few turns right here. So it's got a nice loose fit. And that'll give us best practice when we are actually using the oven and opening and closing the door. Now the oven door itself, there are 2 spring screws on the bottom. So sometimes this one's pretty good right out of the box, but sometimes we need to give these screws a little bit of an adjustment. And again, just a standard number 2 Phillips, we can do that from the bottom of the unit right there. But that is overall the assembly of the Po'boy. We're going to go ahead and we're going to slide the pizza stone in here. So the pizza stone is going to sit right on top of these little protrusions that are right there. Go all the way back. There's a nice air gap that's beneath here, and we'll feel once that's all the way in place. And again, as a brand new unit like this, I usually recommend firing it up. And again, we'll go through kind of pro tips and best practices for actually operating the unit right here. But initially, we want any oils that are on the stainless steel to cure, and we want to get that stone kind of cured in there as well. So a lot of times I recommend brand new out of box before we start throwing food on it. Let's do a nice fire up on this thing, let it run hot, for a period of about 20 or 30 minutes, just really kind of breaking in the oven overall. But that is the Pellethead Po'boy unboxing and assembly. If there's any questions at all as you're going through unboxing and assembly of your Po'boy, just leave a comment down below in the video. We're always happy to help, and we're always here to make sure that everything's 100% and you're out there making some great food. Thanks again, and I will see you again for pro tips and obviously the food. Thanks.